Morning, everyone. Today is Thursday, March 29th. I know it's been a couple of days since I've made a video. I had even debated whether to even do one today. It's raining pretty hard. I'm not sure how it's going to affect the audio quality, but might as well test it out and see how bad it is with the rain pounding on the windshield and the windshield wipers dragging on the glass, and we'll see. And the last couple of days I didn't do a video, a couple different reasons. One, I really was feeling my back was hurting pretty bad, and it's hard for me to really think about much else. Also, I really didn't have a whole lot of meaningful things to say, and I don't know. I hate just putting out a video just because, and if I don't have much to say or, any events that happened, what's the point, right? But, so the last couple of days, though, I haven't really played much Minecraft. I did jump in for just a few minutes here and there, not enough to do much. Yesterday, though, I had a little bit of time. And my Minecraft playing, the things I build, typically are not things that I come up with from scratch. I don't have a problem admitting that. I'm not super creative. I like to have cool things in my worlds, but I don't have time to come up with them. So I usually take some idea from YouTube, and most of the YouTubers are like, yeah, use my ideas, build them, blah blah blah. If you just make sure you don't claim for your own. And obviously I'm not putting my stuff on YouTube, and if I ever did, I would give credit. So like in the Minecraft world that I had on my desktop before it crashed, has a lot of buildings, a lot of things in it, and pretty much all the stuff in there came from somebody else's ideas. I may have tweaked them here and there to make them my own, but nevertheless, they weren't mine. So I did start one building yesterday. The difference between this one and my other world, most of the stuff in my other world that was on my desktop, most all of that I made in creative mode, so I didn't have to gather the materials. This one I'm doing it in survival, so that's a little bit different. So I keep having to run back and forth for materials or gather some more materials. So it's a little bit different, but either way, I like it. I'm not sure why I don't just creative mode it, but I don't know. The thing is I wanted to do this server survival and get all the materials, by gathering them myself, or my buddy helped me gather them. Either way, they were actually gathered instead of just made. So yeah, there's that. I didn't get real far into it. I got the base of this particular building made, but by the time I actually got on and played last night, I didn't have a whole lot of time. I did do some work from home off the clock. Don't tell my boss. I entered a couple of things last night. But it wasn't, I was sitting there watching TV, so it wasn't like I wasn't doing something fun while I was doing it. And yeah, I'm one of those people that actually enjoys my job, so doing that sort of stuff brings me joy, so doesn't feel like work. But I thought I'd talk a little bit today about money, not because I have all the answers or think I know exactly how things should go. But I am a big fan of Dave Ramsey. For those of you who don't know him and you want to do well with money, I would advise looking him up. But I wish I had known as a young man how bad and how evil debt is and what it can do to your life. Yeah, I will for many years be slave to the lender from all the dumb mistakes I made as a young person. So that is what I'm working on now. But one thing I can say is while we're working through all of this, my wife and I have managed to not add any debt since we've been married, and have paid off quite a few bits of debt since we've been married. So, yeah, there's that. Yeah, I mean, the only debt we have is student loans, but again, like I said, I was dumb when I was young and in college and took out loans I shouldn't have, took out more loans than I needed, all that sort of thing. So if you're listening to this, and I can tell you from experience, debt is bad. Was it worth it? It would be different if I had all that debt maybe and was, actually it wouldn't have been. But I mean, if I was a doctor or something like that and had as much debt as I have, that would be one thing. But I'm not, and the job I have doesn't require a degree. I have 2 of them, and I'm not making money from either one of them really. So I think that if you can't go to college without debt, then you shouldn't go. I think there's lots of ways for you to go to college without debt. I mean, there's hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars every year in scholarships that are not claimed. So it's a matter of just getting out there and filling out the applications and sending them in. And sometimes there's many of them that the only reason that the person won the scholarship is because they were the only one that applied. So, you know, you never know. Additionally, I can go, you know, those of you who listen to Dave Ramsey, this is the stuff he says. These aren't things I come up with my own. These are things that I got from him, and they all make sense. But, I mean, you can go to community college, live at home. I know every kid's, goal is to get out of the house and get away from mom and dad. It's going to come quick enough. I wasn't necessarily that way. If I had chosen a school, I probably should have. If I had chosen a school near my parents, I would have also lived with my parents. And there was a time that for part of my schooling, I was in a place where I could live with my parents. And it was fine. It was great. And get a job while you're in school. I don't know. I think there's ways of going to school. People think that there's no way to go to school these days without debts, and I don't believe that. So, but that's Dave Ramsey's biggest thing, and of course I'm living proof of the wrong side of that. So I can definitely tell you that I'm living proof of that is true. But outside of debt, managing money, this obviously money is a big topic right now this time of year with income tax returns and all that. And I don't know how many times I hear people at work say, "Oh yeah, I have them withhold extra taxes every year because it's my forced savings account." And Dave Ramsey would say that's dumb. We don't do that. We make sure we have enough withheld to cover our taxes, but we don't tell them to take out extra for any reason. The idea is I would prefer to manage my money than let the government manage my money. For all those months out of the year, you're giving the government your money so they can earn interest off of it when you could be taking that money yourself and saving it and earning interest off of it. So, and I'm not a big one to talk on self-control, but if you took that money you got and you put it in a savings account instead of giving it to Uncle Sam, that'd be more money in your pocket in the long run. But it requires self-control, and As I said before, there's many areas that I don't have. I mean, self-control is not one of my strong points. So, like, I like to go out to eat occasionally, and I shouldn't with the debt that I have. If I would just take all the money that I used to go out to eat with and put it towards my debt, there's probably lots of my debts I could have had paid off already. So, that's that. Then it comes to, people get their income tax money, and then it's gone. Like, I don't know where it all went. I did actually hear a coworker once say, I get this much money every paycheck, but I don't have any bills. I don't know where all my money goes, blah, blah, blah. And, well, if you just spend it, you don't keep track of it. Like Dave Ramsey says, you have to have a budget, and you have to keep track of, you have to tell your money where to go. Again, that's some things that on and off I've done good at. I'm a lot better at making the budget than I am sticking to the budget. So, again, I'm not here to say that I have all the answers or that, I'm an example of all the right things. I just putting out there things that are in my head, and money right now is one of them. And, I'm not a person to worry a lot. I talked about that in a previous video, but if there's ever anything that does tend to cause me angst, it is money. So, I can say that is the one area in my life that I tend to have worry for, have angst for, is, when or if I'm going to have enough money to pay the bills. And right now we're paying our bills. We don't have a ton of extra, but that's okay. But yeah, I think when your income tax money comes in, there's some people take it and they just blow it all. My wife and I, we used to sit down and say, hey, okay, this is how much we're getting back. What are we using it for? I know this year we're going to put some of it towards doing some repairs on a couple of our vehicles. And then we'll probably buy something small for ourselves. So, again, there's nothing wrong with spending some money on yourself, but you need to plan out ahead of time instead of planning out, trying to figure out where your money went. Plan out where it's going to go before you spend it. But that's my 2 cents on money. If you want to know how I really feel about money, my advice would be to look up Dave Ramsey. Read his book, Total Money Makeover. He's got a 3-hour show every day that's free on the internet. So go check that out. You can find him on YouTube. You can find him on audio podcasts. He's all over the place. He's got his own website where his shows play over and over all day long. So it's all free. He doesn't charge for any of those videos. So I definitely recommend checking him out. If you give him a chance and give his philosophies a try, they're proven. They've worked over and over and over again for people for himself, other people he's known, and people that's come on his show and said such things. So give his philosophies a try. I guarantee you that your money handling would be much better. So anyway, I want to wrap this up. We're about 15 minutes in, and I will talk to you guys. I know I usually say I'll talk to you tomorrow, but since I don't know how often I'm going to do these, I will talk to you on my next video. You take care. Bye.